Whether you're a beginner or expert in the credit card community, no annual fee credit cards are essential to establishing your overall credit card setup. And in this video, we're going to talk about what I believe to be the best no annual fee credit card on the market, which is the BILT Mastercard, and how it's not even close. But before we get into that content, guys, feel free to smash that subscribe button as it directly supports my channel, and I release credit card content here on YouTube weekly. Whenever the BILT Mastercard is brought into any credit card conversations, it's always labeled as the credit card only for rental payments. And in my opinion, that is as far from the truth as possible, as the BILT card has many layers, especially for a no annual fee credit card. Whether you fall into all or just one of the groups that I'm going to list here on the screen, then the BILT Mastercard would be an amazing addition to your wallet. Whether you want to get started in the points and miles game and have access to the BILT ecosystem, capture an elevated multiplier specifically on dining, have access to exclusive promotions on rent day and experience new things every single month, pay your rent with a credit card and capture points and miles gain with zero additional fees, or lastly, or just a $0 annual fee credit card lover, which are all great attributes of this credit card. But the first thing that we are going to talk about in this video, and an often overlooked quality, is how the BILT Mastercard is a $0 annual fee travel credit card. This is extremely rare in this current credit card market, and we're going to better understand this by comparing it to many of its peers in the $0 annual fee credit card market. What makes the BILT Mastercard identify as a travel credit card despite its $0 annual fee is that any points and miles accumulated through any of these spending categories on the credit card can be transferred out to any of its transfer partners, whether it's a hotel or flight transfer partner. And guys, the BILT ecosystem is one of the most powerful amongst the entire credit card community. In my opinion, it ranks second just behind Chase because the BILT ecosystem gives you access to the world of Hyatt and Alaska Airlines, which are two extremely valued transfer partners. To show you guys how insane it is, let's take a peek at the competition. Whether it's the Discover It, the Chase Freedom Flex, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, or the Capital One Saver One cards, these are all $0 annual fee credit cards, which are direct competitors to the BILT ecosystem. And all of these cards, respectively, have their own superpower. Whether it's 5x rotating categories like the Discover It or the Chase Freedom Flex, a 1.5% catch all like the Chase Freedom Unlimited, or 3x back on groceries and dining like the Capital One Saver credit card. But the major difference is that all of these credit cards earn cash back. And the only way to transfer these into points and miles is by having a premium option such as the Venture X, the Venture, or the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Without these higher tiered credit cards, all you can earn is cash back. And until you get them, you cannot transfer them out to any of the transfer partners in that respective ecosystem. Unlike the BILT Mastercard, which on its own, it not only can rack up points and miles, but it can transfer them out on its own, which is insane for a $0 annual fee offering. Aside from its viability as a travel credit card, the BILT Mastercard also excels in the dining category. The floor benefit of this credit card is going to get you 3x back in the form of BILT points when you spend at a restaurant. Now, where this credit card begins to really excel is when you take a look at the BILT Neighborhood Dining Program. Now, I do want to give you a little disclaimer. This is heavily geographically dependent, and me being in Miami, Florida, I have a humongous BILT Neighborhood Dining multiplier. If you're unaware what this is, BILT partners with specific restaurants and offers you an elevated multiplier on top of the 3x. So you can earn upwards of 5 and 6x when you dine at a BILT neighborhood dining restaurant. My personal way to exploit this, I'm still surprised that BILT allows us to do this, is within the BILT app, they allow you to link any credit card that you wish to your BILT account. And when you do this, you can still earn BILT points if you dine at these neighborhood dining restaurants. So my personal favorite stack is dining out with my American Express Gold. So this is going to get me 4x back on dining. And then if it's at a BILT neighborhood dining restaurant, I'm then going to get the 2 or 3x that I get for eating. And I'll show you guys some screenshots to show you how this works. At one of my favorite Asian kind of fast casual spots, 107 Taste, I paid $68 with my American Express Gold. I not only got the 4x back, but I also got 2x back in the form of BILT points, which is around $2. It may not sound like a lot of points, guys, but in the long run, this is huge because it allows you to passively stack BILT points when you are not even actively using the credit card. This is one of my personal favorite features of the BILT card, and which is why it's such a pivotal ecosystem in my rotation. Moving on to the third benefit, and the one that everyone is familiar with this credit card, is the ability to earn credit card points when you pay your rent. I don't want to dwell on this topic for too long because this is the most known topic for the credit card and why it's often labeled a rent credit card. But it is legitimately the only credit card that allows you to pay your rent, waive any associated charges, such as that 3% surcharge for using a credit card, and earn BILT points at a 1x back every single month. And the crazy part is even if you do not live in a BILT ecosystem apartment or a portal that accepts credit cards, BILT will legitimately give you the option to list your landlord's information and they will cut them a check. So BILT is making it easy for anyone that rents and doesn't pay mortgage, which in the future that is on the horizon. But if you pay rent, you can achieve credit card points, which is insane, guys. I am currently paying $2,800 of rent every single month. So I am essentially earning a static $28 in BILT points and miles just by paying rent, which I already have to do so. In my firm opinion, if you are in the credit card game, you need to learn how to monetize and kind of create a system around all of your monthly expenses and extract credit card points from. And this is how you do it for rent. The next and often overlooked benefit of the BILT Mastercard is cell phone protection. For a $0 annual fee to offer cell phone protection is huge. And if you're unaware of what this is, the BILT Mastercard is going to cover you up to $800 per claim of damages to your cell phone. And all you need to do to claim this benefit is pay your cell phone bill month after month with the BILT Mastercard. This is huge, guys, because premium credit cards usually carry this benefit. Other credit cards, such as the Capital One Venture X, that cost you $395, or some of the higher end American Express credit cards, the BILT Mastercard with a $0 annual fee gets you a similar benefit. The only other no annual fee credit card that we talked about in this video that covers this same benefit is the Chase Freedom Flex. And this is even more valuable if you are like me, that your cell phone carrier charges you an insurance premium. Before I paid my credit card bill with my BILT MasterCard, T-Mobile was charging me $15 a month to protect my phone from damages. By just paying my credit card bill with my bill, I was able to eliminate this $15 monthly bill and save upwards of $150 on a yearly basis, just with a $0 annual fee credit card, guys. One of my favorite benefits that I don't see a lot of people talking about because maybe they are geographically dependent are the BILT rent day experiences. Living here in Miami, I constantly have experiences that can be either paid in BILT points or in cash by just being a BILT MasterCard member. And if you're like me, guys, that loves to experience new things in life, then having a $0 annual fee credit card that can get you this is insane. Whether it's a exclusive dining experience, a comedy club in Miami Beach, or one of my favorite that I booked, I believe it was last October, was buy one get one free resort passes by just being a BILT MasterCard member, then this may be a credit card that you need to look at. Now that we've talked about some of my favorite attributes of this credit card, I do want to highlight the biggest con that everyone complains about, and it's that the BILT MasterCard does not have a sign-up bonus. As we know, us in the credit card points and miles game, bank on that credit card sign-up bonus because that gets us that huge lump sum right off the bat when we spend that minimum area of spend. Other competitors in the industry, such as the Chase Freedom Flex and Unlimited, as well as the Capital One Saver credit card, all offer a $200 sign-up bonus when you spend $500 in the first 3 months of spend. And some of them even offer elevated offerings up to $250. At this time, there is only a what we call a pseudo sign-up bonus for the BILT MasterCard, where some few consumers do get targeted for a 5x back on your first 5 purchases, but this is not consistent. And if you are applying for the BILT MasterCard, I would not bank on you being one of those few people. So at the moment, the BILT Mastercard does not have a sign up bonus, and it is a drawback, especially when you compare it to its competitors. But I still believe this is not a deal breaker, especially when we list all of the other benefits that this credit card offers, all just for a $0 annual fee. Well, viewers, by this time, I hope I have highlighted the BILT MasterCard as much more than just a rental credit card. By showing you guys the power as a travel credit card with access to its own transfer partners, the elevated multiplier eligible in the dining category, as well as cell phone protection, all for a $0 annual fee, I think this credit card is a steal at $0 per year, whether you are a rental payer or not. While it does have some cons, such as the lack of a sign up bonus when you compare it to its competitors, I still believe that even the future outlook makes this credit card something to be excited of. Because as we heard at the end of last year, that mortgages are on the horizon. So if you are currently not renting and still want to capitalize on those built points, it seems that Built has a plan for you in the future. Now, what that's actually going to look like, we are not sure yet, but it's something to be very excited about. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to smash that subscribe button as it directly supports my channel. And if you want another credit card video on the Built ecosystem, I got one right here for you.